All right, we're ready for, after a week off last week because of the first round bye. Atlantic is ready to go with their first postseason game. Maybe look for their first postseason win in almost 20 years against a very good, very surprising Des Moines Lincoln team, a team that you beat just a few weeks ago, 38-0, but then Lincoln or Des Moines Christian, excuse me, they come around and beat Albia by that 38-0 margin. So obviously not the same team that you faced a few weeks ago.
Yeah, certainly not. They were coming off some COVID-related issues. They finally got their whole team back. They certainly look like a different team. I'm sure their conditioning wasn't up to speed quite yet when they got back from the COVID. And so it's been a real concern for us as far as, they've improved over their last 4 or 5 games now.
What would you say is the most different aspect of their game? What's most different?
If you watch the Albia film, Josh Schwank is their running back, 6'1", 230 pounds. And, with us, it took him a little while to get going. I'm sure his conditioning wasn't quite ready, but against Albia, he looked like a steamroller. So that's a big concern for us in our defense.
And any other things that you noticed that were different?
Well, they're just playing better football overall. I mean, they're crisper in and out of the huddle. They're running their routes a little bit crisper, and all that takes time, especially when you've been off because of COVID. So for them, this is going to be a different game, and certainly for us.
And what during the past couple weeks, since you didn't have a game on Friday, what have you been most working on?
Well, we kind of went back to our first couple practices of the year, and that was just to work on some fundamentals. Our coaching staff pulled out, their first 3 practice plans, and we went back to work on just, blocking, tackling, route running, ball security, all those things you do at the very beginning of the year that are just good fundamental football. Okay,
and then did you go down to watch on Friday? Did anybody go down?
No, we practiced, and Albia is a 2-hour trip, so it's tough to get there in time for kickoff. We felt that we needed to get some practice in after school, so we saw their film, though. They're required by the state to share it with us, so it's not as critical to be out, scouting when you're going to get their film anyway.
Okay, all right. Who has looked good then in practice during the last couple weeks?
Well, we're trying to get a few guys back from some, nagging injuries. So really, I would say, our backups, we've developed some depth a little bit because our backups have had that opportunity for a whole week now to get in some quality reps at, a varsity type level, varsity speed, and let our older guys kind of rest up a little bit.
Do you think you'll go back to the 2 quarterback setup? Are you ready to do that yet? Or?
No, we're still waiting on Caden Anderson to get healthy. He's getting closer. He's been taking a few reps. We just don't think that he's quite ready yet to actually be in the full go scenario.
Okay, so it'll probably be Garrett for the most part, with Lane backing him up. Lane Nelson.
Yeah, I would say Garrett's going to be the guy, so to speak, for this game. But, once Caden gets healthy, I think you'll see back to our 2 quarterback system.
Going down the road, it's still quite a bit early to predict who you might get if you get past Christian, Des Moines Christian. But who would be some likely teams that you might be able to face?
Well, it just depends. I mean, you try to figure out what the state's going to do, and they do the exact opposite of what you think they're going to do. So, we don't spend a whole lot of time trying to look into that crystal ball. We're more concerned about this Friday. That's for sure.
Yeah. Probably first things first, I would imagine. So, anything that you look like you might do different without giving too much away on Friday against
it's going to be cold, so
DMC.
We're going to have to stop the run, and we're going to have to run the football a little bit just to move the chains. I think we'll probably still stick with our play action pass game. We put in a few small minor wrinkles, but when you're playing good football, you just want to continue to play good football. You don't need to change your whole system.
Right. Who of the all the teams that you played, who would you say Des Moines Christian most resembles?
Well, they resemble, a lot of different teams. They do some things kind of like Greene County, who's still in the playoffs. They try to run with a big running back, kind of like Clarinda has a big fullback type kid. And they're kind of a mixture of everybody. So it does help in some regards that we've played other teams like them, but it's also a little bit different too.
All right, so we'll see what happens then. A couple of keys to beating Des Moines Christian.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, running the football is going to be critical and stopping the run. It's the turnovers again and limiting our penalties. I think it's going to be a night where you're going to have to play with a little toughness. It's going to be cold out there, and it's going to sting a little bit with that cold. So we've been just focusing on being real physical.
Being real physical, being real ready.
Yep.
So, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Thank you.